Hey, what's up guys, it's me. So instead of having me at the front of the screen, what I'm going to do instead is I'm going to sit over here to the side and I'm going to work on these problems that are in your foldable, so you guys have as an example over here to the side, so that way you don't have to look at my glue mug while you're trying to learn how to solve these problems, okay? So to start out, I'm going to go ahead and I'll write in red this time, okay? When we solve problems like this, remember every problem that we have like this, we're going to want to have a couple of things. We're going to want to have a line, an equal sign, and we're going to want to have a line, okay? Now, we've already started problems off like this before, so with that being the case, you should be familiar with this, okay? Now, that top one, that top page in your foldable, which is the one you should have scanned, says if 16 ounces is equal to 1 pound, then how many pounds is Jeff, who weighs 2,288 ounces? Now, when you hear that and you think that guy weighs 2,288 ounces, your first thought is probably that guy has to be humongous. But we're going to go ahead and solve this really quick, and we're going to figure out how much he actually weighs in pounds, because nobody really goes by ounces when they weigh themselves, okay? So we know that, like we said, 1 pound, 1 lb is how it's abbreviated, is the same as or is equal to, in this case, 16 ounces, OZ. Okay, now I'll go ahead and put here in this parentheses that represents pounds, and this one over here represents ounces. Okay, now it said a minute ago that Jeff weighs 2,288 ounces. So we got to ask ourselves, where does that 2,288 go? Does it go on top, or does it go on the bottom? Okay, so based on what we've learned so far, we're going to keep the like units the same. So I'm going to go ahead and put that 2,288 ounces, OZ, on the bottom. At this point, the next step of what we're going to do is we're going to do what's called cross multiplying, and then we're going to divide by the 16. Okay, now we know that on this problem, if I take 1 times anything, it's going to be the same number. So in this case, 1 times 2,288 ounces is going to leave me 1 times 2,288 ounces is going to leave me with 2,288 ounces. Okay? Now, if I take that number and I divide it by 16, 2,288 ounces, I'm going to find that, see, 16 does not go into 2, but it goes into 22, so there's a 1, make that 16. I subtract that, I'm left with 6, or I guess rather 68. That will go into that 4 times. 4 times 6 is 24. Carry the 2. 4 times 1 is 4. Plus 2 is 64. I'm going to go ahead and subtract that, and I'm left with 48. I know that 16 goes into 48 3 times. Okay, and that's going to actually divide out evenly. So what I'm left with is this. Jeff, who weighs 2,288 ounces, also weighs 143 pounds. All right, so if you have any questions, you guys know you can always come to see me in room 12, or if you guys want to scan this and replay it again, you're welcome to. All right, see you guys.